Hello everyone, and welcome to King's Quest VI, my favorite of the bunch of all of the King's Quest series games. You will notice something a little bit different this time. Actually, probably a couple little bit things different. I'm not sure how the sound is transferring a little bit. I noticed in King's Quest V, the sound was a little bit high on the game sound. If it seems like it seems getting a little bit loud throughout my playthrough because the way I record is a little bit weird. If it seems like it's getting a little bit loud, I'll adjust the volume slider inside the game. Because it's an older game, it doesn't have mass editing of the sound. You can't separate the speech and sound, because either you can't hear the characters speak, or you can't hear the game music. But yeah, the other thing is, no webcam this time. I've already turned the speed of the character way up. I actually tried recording this before, and I didn't like the way I recorded it. I cut it really, really short, so I was like, I'm gonna make it, just separate the opening sequence and the gameplay itself. So yeah, welcome to the first gameplay video of King's Quest VI. Let's go around and start collecting stuff.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
What you need. A lot. I do know most.
Alexander pushes the plank to one side.
I do
A
know.
box has been partially
I know that
buried
box
under
is there.
sand.
I do know most of this game, but I don't remember 100% of it, so I will be using a guide at one point, once I get to a certain point.
The sand is warm to the touch.
Because, yeah, I don't want to screw something up. We'll take this.
Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
Good for you. But, yeah. So we'll go around here.
In the distance, a majestic castle shines in the sun.
Yes. Let's go this way first, though. Let's go ahead and start collecting everything. But yeah, for people who didn't watch the opening video, the optional cinematic, this is Alexander, the son of King Graham. I don't care about your lips. But yeah, he's the son.
Alexander searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl whose memory will not escape him.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, apparently in King's Quest V, when he is captured by the evil wizard, when the castle is taken, he meets Cosima, which is the princess of this area, and he's here searching for her.
Old lamps for...
And yeah, this is why he's here. He ended up crashing onto the beach because of the way the water is around the place. So, yeah, and here he is. He's after the girl. So the girl, and of course let's find out about the Green Isles, which is a crazy place. So let's go on into the pawn shop.
Good day.
What's up, ma'am? Let's talk to him first.
Good day, merchant. Can you tell me what land this is?
By the moon's light, what a question! You must have been out too long in the sun, or perhaps knocked your head upon a rock.
No. Well, perhaps. I was in a shipwreck, you see. My crew and I were trying to reach the land of the Green Isles. I think, well, at least I hope, my men got away safely in the lifeboats. But I myself appear to be rather stuck here.
Ah, I see. You must pardon my incredulity, but it has been so long since we have had a foreign visitor. You wrecked your ship, young traveler, due to the currents and reefs around the islands. If your crew was wise enough to steer clear of the isles and head home, they should be fine. In any case, you have met your objective, however bumpy the journey.
You mean, this is the land of the Green Isles?
Why, yes, Alexander.
Oh, thank the heavens! I had followed the stars, you see, and I thought I was close, but...
The stars? You must be quite a sailor. But what is the purpose of your visit?
I want the princess.
Well, I mean, I hope to see... I met some time ago.
Say no more. You are smitten with a maiden, are you not? What other than love could so confuse a man's tongue?
I'm afraid so. It is Princess Cosima.
By the desert sands, when you fall in love, you do not mess around, do you?
Is she here?
This is the Isle of the Crown, young man. The castle of the Crown stands on the hill. If it is Cosima you seek, that is where to look.
The Castle of the Crown. Thank you, merchant.
And good luck to you, lad. You shall need it.
Yep. Because if it's easy as going to see the princess, we would have done that already, haven't we? Anyway, let us look upon the table.
Alexander takes a closer look at the...
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm interested in that mechanical nightingale on the counter.
And
what
he
do you
wants?
desire to give me in trade? The items on the front counter.
He wants...
Alexander takes a mint.
I need that mint too. Let us get the nightingale.
I have this copper coin.
Yeah.
The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go.
Alexander looks at the
Pretty
items
much
on the
says
counter
that,
to
oh,
make a
it's a
selection.
corn from Daventry, blah, 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 blah. Let's get the bird.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll
Very well.
Yeah.
remember.
And he will trade things back to you. I'm flipping through some of the like boring, tedious stuff like that. It's like he's basically said, oh, it's a copper coin. I've never seen a copper coin from Daventry before. I'm pretty sure a coin collector would probably enjoy this. Blah, 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 blah. Let's leave. I got the mint, right? Yes. Let's go to the bookshop now.
Hello. I
Hello.
will be right up.
Sure.
Now, what can I do for you?
I want this free book.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please.
A free
take that
book.
book.
Free books
You
for
have
sale.
my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really?
Thanks for the
Thanks.
free book. Because I will need the free book as well. This is the glinty eye. Mysterious
The old
man.
man occasionally steals sidelong glances at Alexander from under a concealing hood.
Dun dun dun.
Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
Why not? You might need him.
Thinking of Cosima,
Oh my gosh, this is the
Alexander
book of
decides to
poems.
leaf
I'm not
through
gonna
the
bore
volumes
y'all
of
with these
poetry.
really
Levi Hare.
corny.
Yikes. And another. What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me
See how
through
corny
and
they
through
are.
and binds my heart with links so tight I cannot live without the sight of you? What nameless thing
I'm
has
just letting this one
captured
play.
me and made me powerless to flee? What thing is it without a name that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that ere my soul eternal makes for you.
A little close to home, that one.
Alexander returns the love poem book to the shelf.
See how corny those are. The reason I let that one play is because that's actually
Alexander picks
the one
up
that falls
the
out.
thrown page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
I see that old volume has lost another page.
Yes.
I do rather like it.
Yeah, I can get a free poem, everyone. Free
Good
poem.
day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
That is quite a question, young man. Who are you? And what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd like to know whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
Yes.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands. The Isle of the
At least
Sacred
3.
Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the
Magic.
Green Isles has always been a place of vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists, I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
Dun dun dun.
That's quite a claim.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at night.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand. Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Sure, let's go to the castle.
But advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Yeah, let's go to the castle where, you know, surely they'll be perfectly fine with the fact that I'm here for your princess. Hey, look. It's the girl in the rose garden. Let's try to hurry to the ferry before, Oh, they're already out there trying to kill me.
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the
Sure.
way to the next island.
Shall I show you what happens if we talk to this guy?
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
I can just watch him and he'll go away. This is what okay, now this is what I'm actually gonna do this.
What do you...
This is what I love about this game.
Considering the poor condition of the shore, it looks like the easiest way.
Whee!
The powerful currents grab Alexander. Struggle as he might, he feels himself being pulled out to sea.
Oh no!
Not a very good swimmer, are you?
No, no one. Just like Daddy.
Help me!
Sorry, I think not.
As his head submerges for the 3rd time, Alexander finds himself pondering the wisdom of going out on a limb for a stranger.
Why don't you go swimming in your clothes anyway? That's what I love about it.
Tickets up. Next.
Alexander couldn't handle those currents. That boy must be an unbelievably strong swimmer.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I love the punny,
Come on, jump in.
it's very, very punny, some of the deaths.
That's strange.
He
The young
poofed.
boy in the water just
I knew exactly who he
disappeared.
was, by the way.
Oh, well,
Obviously, I played
perhaps he
this
just
game to
dove
death.
under the water.
Anyway. Yep, sup, Mr. Fairy Dude.
Yeah, what do you want?
Let's, yeah, what do you want? I wish to talk to you.
Alexander promises himself that he will not... Alexander...
Go away,
Dude.
I said the ferry's at a...
I desire to show you my ring. Yes?
Alexander is already wearing the... Alexander...
I have this ring. You see, my name is Alexander.
My name is
and
Alexander. I'm from another
Waterjet.
kingdom. Far from
Is
me.
that so? Well, that's nice and all, but I really can't do anything for you, so just walk away nice now and leave me be. Go away! The ferry's out of business!
Aren't you being a dick?
Alexander...
I just want to talk to you, man. Let's go this way. Is what's his name in the... I don't want to screw this up.
Good day again.
Oh, he's here.
How
Thank
may I
goodness.
help you?
I don't want to talk to you.
There's
Go away.
no-
Good day, sir.
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
So this guy's very important to talk to. I need to make friends with this guy.
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess, Alexander shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
I'm sorry to insist, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and...
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander, but I'm afraid I'm already spoken. Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry?
The princess.
Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander. Cosima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
Why, by a ship, now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Cosima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths. You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I see. You've yet to say who you are, and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jallo. I am clown to the royal court, and have been since the marriage of Cosima's parents, King Calipham and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Cosima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Cosima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Cosima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you
Thanks.
for speaking with me, Jallo. I hope we meet again soon.
So there's an issue if you don't make friends with this guy. At the end of the game, you can lock yourself out, even getting an ending altogether, which sucks. Because you have to trade your little ringy in or something else later in a minute. So, yeah.
Old lamps!
Shut up. I don't need your lamps at the moment. No, yeah, Birdie's not here right now. I guess I can talk to the castle people now. Let's go talk to the castle people. Look, there are ducks. Woof woofs. Over here is nothing to the right. Not right now, anyway. Let's go this way.
No strangers may enter the castle of the crown.
Woof. Sure. How about I show you my ring?
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the Castle of the Crown guards. With all of his papers lost in the shipwreck, it is the only possible calling card he can think of.
Good day. I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cosima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says. Let me just look at that ring.
Jerks.
What does it say, Gruff?
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander.
There.
Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
Saladin. I can remember the captain's name. Captain's a pretty dog. Where's the pretty dog at? Come on, pretty doggy. Pretty doggy.
The guard returns a moment later with a majestic-looking creature. Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
Prince Alexander of Daventry,
That's King
I
Doggy
presume.
now.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country, but I'm sure Vizier Alhazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please, follow me.
Sure. Let's have a nice chat with the crazy guy. Can I kill him yet?
Lord Alhazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
What is it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some
King
months ago,
Genie.
my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your visit.
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, she gave me an invitation to visit.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed for Cassima since her ordeal in Mordak's castle. Cassima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone. Cassima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess.
Sure.
She is not receiving visitors of any kind. Even if she were, I do not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time for Cassima to take her responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden. As was her parents' wish, Cassima and I are to be wed.
Sure.
We shall rule the kingdom together. I
We?
assure you, our marriage is all Cassima wants now. As a prince and a gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
I see. I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cassima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see. I'm sorry you've wasted your time traveling to the land of the Green Isles. May your journey home be swift.
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say, inhospitable these days. But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good day.
Come on, Captain Doggy.
You have had your hearing with Vizier Alhazred. I trust you'll respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle again.
Not the
Good
front
day,
door.
my lord.
Not the front door, anyway.
Captain Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate, and they nod with understanding.
Woof.
Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle again.
Not the front door. That's what this place is for. Welcome to the back door. That's not here yet. Actually, I can go in the front door. But I don't want that ending. I want the good ending. Okay. So, now I go talk to the ferryman, I guess. Because he didn't let me sit down with him yet. Oh, he's back. No, he's not back so soon. How about I ignore you completely?
That's strange.
I said... Excuse me. My name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't
Yeah.
see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
We know. We can
I
tell.
understand.
It's got a hole in it.
I'd
Right there.
just like to talk
The
to you
hole.
about the islands
Hole.
if you don't mind.
Hole.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside. What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
I'm a visitor to these islands.
We
I'd
know.
like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well,
All the
for
things.
one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
But why are the islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Yes. And I wish to have this if you would let me, Mr. Dude.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
It'll bring me good fortune. It'll keep me from dying. Well, bye, Mr. Guy.
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Bye, Mr.
Hush,
Guy.
not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
I'm trying to remember one of the puzzles I'm fixing to come across. I'm trying to think. What do I have in my inventory? The bird, the rabbit foot, a mint, and a book. And the poetry.
The battered chest does not interest Alexander. Alexander sees...
Why not? I need a map now. Good day. Oh, it's him again.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it. It was quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I
All the
would
things.
normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
The only thing I have is the ring.
Would you be
That's why I
willing
had
to
to talk
take
to
my
Jello.
family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still, it is only gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days. If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold. Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you.
Sure, Mr.
You
Dude.
were very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
Suddenly, the old man in the concealing cloak sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar.
Sure.
The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Drunk off mats. Woo!
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner, he just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map.
Just got a magic map. Drunk off mats.
You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
No. Quit.
Yes, Master.
Now, what is this about a magic map?
With the map, Prince Alexander can travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now. Get a hold of yourself and listen carefully, Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Oh, don't be a dick. Quit being a dick to your genie. The genie's actually not a bad guy. I'll just tell you that much. The vizier, on the other hand, he can bite it. Because he is a total jerk. Anyway, let's go out to the beach, yeah, and get it ready to go somewhere else. I have the rabbit's foot, I have a mint, I have the nightingale, and was there something else I needed? What did I need? I don't remember what else I needed now. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something here? I'm trying to think. Oh, it's just not on this island, I don't think.
Ellie,
So let us... There you go. This is what I needed. I knew there was something else I needed.
Alexander sorts through the odds and ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers, a shattered crystal ball, a cracked wand, a fake thumb.
Fake thumb.
Near the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway. You never know when a small bottle will come in handy.
Empty bottle. Let me examine the bottle.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
appears to be. Appears.
Hello? Now, what can...
I want to look at this
An
book.
antique leather bound.
I can't get this book yet, I
How
don't
much
think.
for that book on the counter, merchant?
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what, if you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spelled book for it.
Sure. But I don't have one right now. That's for later. Let's get to the beach here. Nightingale's still not here. And welcome to the beach. And this beach is where I mark it for the day. Next time, I will continue on. And it'll be off to other islands. I gotta get one thing from another island first. It's like there's something else I needed, and I remember it. I need something. Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it. You will. Anyway, that'll be for next time, and I hope you enjoyed this really long and lovely story of, so far, of these corny poems too, of King's Quest 6. Next time I will continue. See you then. Bye.